Later this year, people traveling through Rankin County will have a new road to go north and south from Flowood to Pearl and Brandon and vice versa, but it's just one part of a bigger project.
That's right. As WJTV's Beth Alexander reports, it could be several more years before the project that started 26 years ago is complete.
1, 2, 3.
With the snap of a pair of scissors, state and local leaders opened Phase 1 of the East Metro Corridor off of Lakeland Drive in Flowood. That was 2013. This is the corridor today. Road signs block traffic from driving past this point at El Dorado Road.
They are a little bit ahead of schedule on pavement, a little bit behind on work. But as we get into the drier parts of summer, they'll catch back up.
Pearl Mayor Brad Rogers says the $6.2 million Phase 2 should open in late summer or early fall. In the meantime, drivers have to continue to Brandon down El Dorado Road, and it's getting congested.
Anytime you have construction in progress, you're going to have traffic delays. And I know from our perspective, the main thing people fuss about is the four-way stop out there at El Dorado and Old Brandon. Traffic was pretty backed up the other afternoon, and I actually timed. I was all the way back to Hollow Lane, which is a pretty good backup there. It actually took me about 5 to 6 minutes to get through it. It seems like a lot longer than what it really is. And you know, I mean, I deal with it every day, multiple times a day, because I live out that way. You know, I wouldn't have traffic back up in Pearl for anything in the world, but sometimes you don't have control over those issues.
Mayor Rogers says traffic backup is an indicator of a growing population. Brandon Mayor Butch Lee agrees.
We're growing at some unprecedented rate. We've outgrown Pascagoula, Columbus, Oxford, and Vicksburg.
Likewise, Pearl is growing. It's the largest city in Rankin County.
Matter of fact, I think you're probably going to see exponentially compounded growth in Rankin County. You know, we're already struggling to fix roads and to open up more roads for the traffic congestion that we already have. We're just attempting to do our part to try to stay somewhat ahead of the game.
Even when you get this open for something that's been 21 years in the making to reach this point, let's say that's 4 years from now, 3 years from now, when the funding comes down to finish the rest of it, we will have outgrown this roadway as well.
But work is underway for Phase 3, the final phase that will take the road to Brandon. Rogers says they've got 75 to 80% of the right-of-ways they'll need.
We've got 1 or 2 parcels that, you know, have had some question and debate on, you know, the appraisal. But for the most part, the right-of-way is purchased. Once all that's done, then we'll go for additional funding on the construction.
Phase 2 of the East Metro Corridor will end exactly where I'm standing. This is an intersection, and the road you see behind me will be a 2-lane connecting the corridor with Old Brandon Road in Pearl. Now, once Phase 2 is complete, Phase 3 starts. The 4-lane continues back behind me. A stoplight will be in this location, complete with sidewalks. It'll go all the way down to exit 54 across Crossgates Boulevard into Brandon. It's a $14 million project, and if all things go as planned, it'll be done in 3 years or less.
But that's dependent on the funding from our legislature, and I believe we've got some good folks that see that need and recognize the need for these north-south corridors.
Lee says historically, Rankin County roads have gone east and west. The corridor, along with work on Highway 471 and the West Rankin Parkway, opens up north and southbound travel. The funding has been pieced together since the project began in 1991. Lee notes that unlike many road projects, this one has been paid for primarily with local funds, and he hopes it attracts business to the area.
This is good for the airport because it opens up 600 acres in here for development on both sides of the corridor for development of businesses and jobs.
In Rankin County, Beth Alexander, WJTV 12.